Good evening, awesome team leads. Some of you have expressed interest in getting to see my beehives. Here they are. Yes, I do not have all my protective gear on yet because I wanted to prove bees are docile. Honeybees are docile. They do not just arbitrarily attack you if you get too close to their hive. I saved you some of the really boring details about today's inspection. One of them is mowing, making sure there's no pests like fire ants or other ground-dwelling creatures that might decide to invade the hive. Also starting my smoker, that can be a pain in the butt to get started. So without further ado, I'm going to try and open these hives and locate the queens and show them to you and just give you a rough idea of what life's like inside a honeybee hive. There are some beekeepers that actually do their hives inspections without any form of protective gear at all. No masks, no steam coat, nothing. Barehanded even. And they've also been doing it for God knows how many years and are not allergic to bee stings like I am. Yes, I'm highly allergic to bee stings, wasps. All those fun critters could really give me a bad day. First thing I'm going to do is just remove the top of the hive. Set that off to the side. This is actually a screen to keep pests out of their feeders. And it works pretty good. These are dead wasps. They tried to invade the honeybee's lair and they paid the ultimate price for it. And this first one I have here is a feeder, this first tray here. No, the smoke does not kill them. The only thing in there is wheat straw, smoldering wheat straw. But the smoke puts them in a panic mode and they start to eat on the honey. And the reason I have to pry these apart is because the bees actually glue the wooden portions of the hive together with a natural glue they produce called propolis. Just in case you thought I was kidding and this wasn't an active hive, there you go. Smoke is potent. I'm just going to set this off to the side. For those of you who are curious, this is what's called a hive tool. This is what I use to pry the frames apart so I can actually get them out because they glue them in place too. And you have to be careful when you're doing this because you might squish some of your bees. And that, as I constantly say, would be ungood. It would be ungood to squish my bees. But I just go through and I pry them all apart. Being careful not to squish the girls. And yes, all worker bees in a colony are female. And this is a relatively new colony. So they haven't filled up all these frames inside here with either honey or nectar or young. And to be perfectly honest, the hive tool is nothing but a highly specialized crowbar. And they haven't even started putting anything on these last few frames. And they started using this one. They're building out the comb. That's a good thing. I'm just shaking them off so I don't squish any when I set this down. And the rest of these I'll take out and just put it right straight back in the box. I just have to remove 2 so I've got room to work. See, look at these girls. These girls are working. Let me give you a close-up. You can see all that brand new comb that they're just building out. But they're at 75–80% of capacity, so I need to get new frames in there and a bigger hive for them so that they do not swarm. I do not want them to swarm. I want them to live nice and safe and happy right here in this hive. Okay. This frame actually has a swarm or a queen cell on it, and I'll show that to you in just a second. All that dark colored comb, and when you see where it's capped off with brown, that's where they're storing babies. That's brood. That's capped brood. Alright, now on this side, I'm going to have to get funky here. That strangely shaped cell right there that's pointed down in that bottom corner, that is a queen cell. The queen is getting ready to lay a swarm cell queen in there. And to stop that, I have to destroy the cell. There's no egg in it, so I'm not killing any bee babies, but I have to destroy that cell so that they don't swarm. And I'm still, knock on wood, not seeing any evidence of hive beetles. That's not a bad thing. I don't want hive beetles. No beekeeper wants hive beetles. hive beetles just get in here and wreck everything. I'm still looking for the queen. In this hive, this would be Queen Victoria. And I'm not seeing her yet. There she is. I'm going to try and get her centered on the frame. She's got the white dot on her back. See her? That's Queen Victoria. See how much larger she is? Now that I've seen the queen and I know she's moving around and she's healthy, I can relax a little bit. This has got a ton of capped brood, and there's some pollen in there, and there's some bee bread in a couple of cells. And at this point, now that I've seen the queen and I know that she's happy and healthy and moving around, at this point I'm just making sure I don't see any pests, hive beetles or wax moths. So either of those can destroy a colony. Sometimes these inspections take a lot longer, at least for me, because I have to track down and find the queen. And I have to put the frames back in the same order they came out in. Because bees, just like any other living creature or creatures of habit, come in and mess up their habitat. It traumatizes them. They don't like it, and I can't blame them. I mean, I wouldn't like it if somebody came into my house and rearranged all my furniture every 2 weeks. I'd be kind of mad. I'm sure you guys probably would too. If I were to show up every 2 weeks to look at your house and rearranged all your furniture. Now what I'm trying to do is chase them back down into the hive. Because I do not want to squish anybody. And now they are mad, and they are coming at me because I invaded their home. So it is not safe for me to take off my mask until I'm well away from here. Cinder blocks, those are to just hold the hive top down during high winds. So there you go. There is a hive inspection. Hope you like it.